Hey guys, I'm here with Chef Mike. We're gonna make some gumbo.
Hey! It's Mardi Gras season, folks, and we're gonna get started. We're making a little gumbo today for a fundraiser tonight for one of our Knights of Columbus brothers. So we've got some sausage on. I think John's already taken a shot of that. We gotta bring it down a little bit. What we have here is 4 chopped onion that we purchased already chopped from HEB, just in saving us a little time. I have 15 chopped garlic cloves. I have 5 stalks of chopped celery and 4 bell peppers already chopped. I have some parsley, just a good bunch, a really nice handful of parsley. Chop it up nice and fine, it will be great. That's all you're gonna need. It's gonna be later on. And then here we have my seasoning. I just put this together just and it saves a little time. I have salt, a little more garlic powder, pepper, a little filet, and that's a gumbo filet, and 4 bay leaves out of my wife's garden. And also, I got a little bit of this amazing spices. This is my special blend. And this is my seafood blend. So it's a little bit of this. If you want it to taste like this, you need this. A little extra filet just in case it doesn't taste exactly like you want it. For those who don't know what filet is a thickening agent from the sassafras leaf out of Louisiana. And you kind of want to watch this a little bit. It can overpower your dish if you use too much. So you want to use it sparingly. And then just add it slowly, and then everything will turn out all right. And also, last but not least, we have our roux, which is equal parts of oil and flour cooked down to a kind of a chocolatey consistency. When you start making your roux, if you make your roux, make sure you have done everything you need to do for that hour, because you don't want to have to redecorate your house, because it'll turn bad on you really quick. So just stay on it and make sure you've done everything you need to do. And if you don't want to make it, there's some perfectly fine roux that you can purchase in jars in the store at HEB. If you go into one of the HEB at Alon, talk to Chef John or Bobby or Chef D. Any of them can point you in the direction of where the roux is located, and it'll save you a lot of time and some heartache if you happen to burn your first batch. So you'll know the first time you do it, you won't do it again.
All right, let's go check on that sausage.
All right.
How's it looking, Mike?
It's looking awesome.
All right, getting a little color on there.
A little color on the outside. So
render out some of the fat.
Yes, sir.
All right. There he is, guys. Hollywood. Chef Mike. Hollywood.
The M&M show.
All right, we got Mike and Mike making some gumbo.
Grill going over here. Grill going there.
When are you gonna put them slap your mama spices in?
Alright, so now we're gonna give it a little stir. Alright, already building a little bit of fond down there on the bottom. That's the flavor.
I like that people. Let me add on. There you go. There you go. Oh, that's easy. Man, how come you didn't give me this earlier? You know we got on,
Making me work hard with that little spoon.
It's early.
You know what you need to put on this, right? You need to put a little handle for your beard here. Let's sit down this way.
And it's strong.
With a straw. Can you do that? Can you do that?
I'm not
Can you do that? Tell me how you do that. Tell me how you do that voodoo that you do. Don't that smell good?
It smells like heaven.
I like this stuff, huh?
Give it a little bit.
Yeah.
Good stuff, baby.
So we're gonna let that cook down a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Let those veggies sweat, and then we'll add in those spices.
Yes, sir. Chef Mike has got them.
All right, it's time to add the spices. Here they go in the pot. Oh yeah, man, I wish y'all could smell this. This smells amazing. And we're not even halfway there yet. We still got a bunch of layers to go. We're gonna add some seafood. We're gonna add the roux.
Secret ingredient, roux.
And then a little more spice and make it real nice.
Oh, it smells delicious, bro.
What you got there, Mike?
And here we got a little crab claw meat. And over here we've got some just regular lump and body crab meat also. And this is just some of the seafood that we have for this gumbo today. We've got some more stuff over here. Chef John, you want to follow me over and we'll take a look.
All that seafood, what takes to cook the longest? Fish takes the longest? Crab?
Yeah.
Crab?
Correct. This is going to take a little longer.
What do you want to add next? Spices? What do you want to add? Fruit?
And we'll
A little water. Think about that.
Next thing we're going to add is a little roux. Probably about half of this. Let it come up to temperature in the pot, and we'll add some water, and then we'll see where we need to go from there. We'll start adding a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So we have some more seafood to go. We have some snapper, which is been cubed and diced. We have shrimp. We have crab bodies and oysters.
Ooh, love them oysters.
Yes, sir.
Love them oysters.
So we gotta have us some fun today. There you go.
That roux is thick.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Who that made that roux?
That'd be me, Dad.
That made that roux?
That'd be me, Dad.
We need to bring it to roux temperature.
Yeah.
We need to bring that roux up to roux.
It was refrigerator this morning.
A little like brownies.
I bet you won't cut a hunk and eat it.
Let's add some of that green stuff in there.
We gotta get this in here and let it get hot. And we'll see where we need to go. We may need more roux, we may not. You can always add, you can't take it out. Always add, you can't take out first.
Oh yeah. All that coming up is flavor. Welcome to Flavor City.
stop?
I'm gonna use water because when I did the shrimp, I didn't have shells to make the shrimp stop. So we're gonna just use water. Add in our water, stir it in, and see how she looks.
Michael, we doing rice on this one or not?
We're gonna have rice on the side.
Rice on the side.
So you can add as much rice as you want. Oh boy, y'all ain't kidding. It's smelling good. John, you need to invest in some smell-o-vision. These folks need to know what's going on. They have no idea.
Coming soon. Smell-o-vision. ChefsBackyard.com.
Yes, sir. It should be about 2 gallons. How's it looking?
It's looking great. It's looking great. Got sauce to get that nice brown hint to it. All right.
And we added more water. Phone. And probably a little bit more of another gallon or so.
Yeah.
Looks silky smooth already. So we'll cook this down a little bit,
Cook it down
bring
a
it up to temperature, cook it down, and add some more roux.
Oh yeah. Probably add about half more of that roux.
And so the roux helps to thicken it at the boiling point, right?
Boiling point, yes it does. Got that flour in there already, so
All right, a little bit more water.
about good. How much vegetables? How many pounds of vegetables do you have? About 20 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing will come up with.
Yeah.
Once you put all them,
We put all the rest of this in here. It's going to come up to it.
yeah, it's gonna come up to the top. Put that cellophane over it, just put it down low and let it cook. Put that filet in there.
Let it down low and let it go. Yeah, all this.
Shrimp will cook for 5 minutes. Fish.
What we're going to do here, folks, is we're going to try something a little bit. Just to see where we're at with our flavoring, seasoning, before we start adding our protein and our seafood. Because when you start adding that, the flavor profile is going to change on us. So we want to make sure it's kind of right where we want it right now because it's going to change. Okay, so what do you think, Chef?
Oh yeah, that's good.
I think it's good. I think we're right on.
A little spicy.
Got a little spice to it. That's going to change.
Why not?
Yeah.
Come on now, you like spicy. You like spicy.
It's usually the last.
Yeah, get you on the backside.
On the back.
That's weird.
That's good.
That's really good.
We are cooking for about 100 to 150 people today. So the amount of ingredients that we're using, you're going to want to change this unless you're cooking for 100 to 150 people over there. And a whole lot of slabs.
Bring that fish to me. All right. Come on now. Bring that fish.
Okay.
Rip it on it. Rip it on it.
Going in with some
Rip it on
fresh
it.
snapper.
Oh yeah. Look at that snapper.
And this is what I said. This is going to take the longest to cook, so we put it in first and let it just simmer in the pot.
And where'd you get that from?
This is from Gromer's Seafood, courtesy of Rick Gromer, owner, president, who was kind enough to donate his products to us today, all of our seafood products.
All right.
This is our snapper, our crab, our shrimp, oysters, and what else we got over there? I think that was all. Crab and crab bodies. We have crab bodies that are going in there today.
Bodies. Bodies going in there.
We're cooking a pot of life. Anything that ever lived is going in this pot today.
All right. And what are we making? Some gumbo?
Gumbo! Filet gumbo!
Good. And here we have our next batch of seafood that's going to be going into the pot. We have some oysters, like I said, courtesy of Gromer Seafood. If you have never been there, you need to go. And once you have gone, you're going to love it. Here we have our shrimp, which are wild caught. Come in a 5-pound box already frozen, and they're already peeled and deveined. Like I said, this is going to save us a lot of time today. Normally, we'd do it ourselves, but we need to save a little time today, so we're going to do it. We went this route. It's just perfectly fine today. So, taking it out.
That looks delicious.
Let it thaw out a little bit, so we're not putting frozen product in a hot pot, which is going to bring the temperature down, which will slow the cooking of some of the other seafood. You don't want to do that. You don't want to put frozen in there. And here we have crab bodies, which are crabs that have already been parboiled, peeled, and cleaned. So what I've done was I took the whole body, cut them in half. So you will have like half the bodies. You won't have a whole crab body going into your pot. What I've done was just cut them in half and pre-cracked the claws and the knuckles.
And man, that smells like fresh, clean seafood. It smells like seawater.
It is
No
amazing.
fishy smell to it. This beautiful, beautiful product.
Just as fresh as you can get it. If you hadn't went out there, you got it yourself. And then, like I said, we have these fresh gulp oysters that you cannot beat anywhere. We'd open this up and eat them all right now if we could, but this is for the gumbo, so we're not gonna do that. So we're gonna let this come up, and then we'll start adding, and we'll let it simmer. And once we've done that, I think we've got crab meat to add. Okay, folks, we're gonna go back and we're gonna check the pot. We've had it simmering for a little bit, so we're gonna zoom in here and we're gonna kind of talk about what we're seeing, that's what's going on in the pot, so we'll know kind of what to look for. Okay, Chef, if you can show here where you see some of the bubbles in here that are starting to come up, and you know some of the seafood in here is starting to cook and break down some of the proteins, as you can see with the foam along the edges. This is letting you know that food is starting to change and break down, and it's starting to take on a different form in here. And when we say that, it's not turning into something totally different that's not going to be edible. It's starting to do exactly what you want it to do, which is cook. So when you start to see this, just kind of don't be afraid. Just let it go for a little bit longer, and then we're going to add the rest of our seafood, and then we'll go back to it again, and you'll see some more changes. Smelling great, John. You need smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
What do you think, Chef?
Man, I think that looks delicious.
It's doing exactly what we want it to do.
Yep.
Perfect time.
All right, check this out. We got some action going on.
You got some action, Chef? Oh yeah, we've got some protein breaking down, don't we?
I think it's time for a stir. Time to add some more ingredients, huh?
Let's check her out and see what you think. Oh, we're getting a little thick too.
So the heat is what thickens that, right?
This is correct, and that was in the roux and the sassafras, the gumbo filet. Those two ingredients are going to thicken your gumbo. So that's what I said. We can always add, you can't take it out. So we want to add a little bit at a time. We want to do exactly what we're doing now. Check it after it comes up to a boil, see where we're at, see what the consistency, and see what we need to do from there. This is coming up nicely. We got some proteins breaking down. We got a nice froth on the top. And we'll be adding more seafood here shortly.
Why don't we do this part? If you want.
We're going to give it a quick taste. You always want to taste your food when you're cooking. And you want to season as you go. You don't want to just at the end of the batch, you want to just dump a bunch of seasoning in there. You want to season as you go along. Because, like I said, the seasoning is going to change. The flavor profile is going to change. You want to make sure you have a consistent seasoning and the taste as when you have a finished product. You don't want to wait till the end to do this. So, this is what we're doing.
How's it taste, Chef?
Oh my God. And like I said, once we added that fish, the flavor was going to change, and it did. It's awesome. Chef John, would you like to try?
Yeah. Wow, man. That is fantastic.
Try to something else. I'm going to add a
We're
little
gonna
bit
put
more.
these little
for Chef Mike.
crustaceans in there.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we got some crab bodies we're going to throw in there.
We're gonna find out where the bodies are buried.
That's right. We're going to know here in just a minute. And they're in here.
There you go.
All right.
Nice.
We're going to do the same thing. We're going to let this just simmer. We've got the fire lowered down a little bit. And
Oh, good though.
we are going to just let it do its thing. But before we do take any oil out, we're going to go ahead and add everything else. Let everybody get a little of that oil flavor. So as you see here, we've got some separation taking place. It's doing exactly what we wanted to do. We're cooking the oil out of the sausage. We're getting our crab bodies. They're starting to cook. As you can see, they're starting to float. Let me pull one up for you, Chef. As you can see, when it's starting to, they're already cooked, but you want to get the bodies to heat through. So they're going to start to change color on you. You see they're starting a little pink and red there, yeah. So we want that to go ahead and continue to cook and get nice and hot. And of course, tell you we're gonna go and get you a plate full of that. Go sit in the corner with cold beer.
And I ain't moving for 30 minutes.
That's right. But we won't say beer. We don't want to condone alcohol drinking or anything, but we'll just call it soda pop with the foam on top. How's that? We're gonna now add, Chef Mike is coming over with some fresh oysters that we're gonna put in. And we're not gonna strain them, we're gonna pour these in liquid.
No.
All of the fluids and everything.
Yeah, keep the liquor in there, huh?
Yeah, that oyster liquor. Ooh-wee. And then we're gonna come back through with our shrimp, peel and devein. Like I say, all courtesy of Gromer Seafood. Mr. Rick Gromer took very good care of. And what you're seeing here today, folks, is there's a lot of love in the pot.
Mucho. Con mucho cariño.
See.
That's how we do. That's how we do.
That's
Gumbo,
how we-
South Texas.
South Texas gumbo con mucho cariño, huh?
Yes, sir. That's how we do it.
How we grow here in South Texas.
And let's see if I can get a spoonful of any of this up here. Awesome. Look
Man,
at that.
there you go, there you go.
That is what we're talking about. What do you think of that, Chef? Whew. That is
Mighty fine.
That is a $20 bowl of gumbo if I ever seen one.
Oh yeah.
Guarantee. Aye.
Ah, yeah, chef. Ah, yeah.
So let the good times roll, huh?
Let's let them roulette. Let the good times roll.
All right, so we're adding just a little bit more roux. We're at the kind of the final stages. We're bringing it up to temperature. Gonna let it roll just a minute to thicken, and then we just turn off the heat.
We got a little more lump crab meat, some crab fingers to add, and we're done.
Charlie Brown.
Okay, folks, we have added, as you know, all of our seafood except for some crab meat and some more peeled crab claws. We've just added a little bit more roux. We wanted to thicken up a little bit more. And as you can see here, Chef, it's starting to break. We're starting to get all of our oil and all of our fats from the other proteins from the seafood starting to break and starting to cook out. So we're going to let this simmer a little bit. I'm going to get a quick scoop here, and we're going to try tasting her again just to make sure our flavor profile is not changed too drastically. It is on point. It is exactly where we want it, and I think we're going to be fine. We are exactly where we want to be. We're going to start adding the last part of our crab meat. What we have here is some peeled crab fingers. We just added some lump crab meat, and now we're going to add our crab fingers. As you can see here, they are ready to go, and there's some tasty things. And this is all we're going to do. We have turned the fire off because these only need to heat through. We're going to add a little parsley, and we need to cover it and just let it go. It's just going to sit and continue to cook on its own with its own residual heat. So, okay, here's our chopped parsley. Oh, it's smelling good. Just use the parsley. Like I said, this is just a big batch of parsley I took and chopped it all up. If you get some stems in there, that's okay. Just keep chopping. Chop it all good, nice and fine, and it will be okay. I'm gonna stir this in. We'll let that come back. It's going to come back up. You're going to see some oil that's going to come up to the top. It's, like I said, it's come from the sausage and the proteins breaking down from the other seafood. Now, you can go in with a shallow spoon and go in and skim that grease off the top. You can leave it. It doesn't really matter. It's all up to you. We're gonna skim as much as we can off the top because we don't want to give anybody a big bowl of grease on the top float, and that's not real. That doesn't taste well. So we're gonna do that, and I suggest you would do that also. But this is how you do gumbo, folks. And we want to thank everybody, Chef John for coming out and filming with us today, Chef Mike who just stepped out of the kitchen for a second. We would really like to thank Rick Gromer of Gromer Seafood. He did so much for us, and without him, this wouldn't happen. I also have some over here. I'm going to stand over here and show you, along with all of our seasonings, and also this is Almighty Spices. This is the seafood seasoning. I'm sorry. This is my special blend. Like I said, you can find this at Almighty Spices at Gmail. You get in touch with me, and I'll get in touch with you. Thanks again, and enjoy your Mardi Gras. Les bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
Aye.
And it's cooking. It's not boiling like a bunch of bubbles popping all over the place. This is cooking. Good simple. Alright, This is what we're talking about. This is good Louisiana style gumbo. My mom was from New Iberia, Louisiana. My grandmother, grandpa, everybody from there. This is what I've learned to cook. This is not Texas gumbo. This is Louisiana gumbo. You may think it's a little hot, maybe a little spicy, but that's Louisiana food. So that's what you got here, folks.
Steeped in tradition.
Deep in tradition. 3 generations. Enjoy. Oh.
Takes you back home.
Yes, sir. It's almost like my mom was in this kitchen somewhere. But she taught me well. I really appreciate her teaching me what she did.